And what a goal that is from Pereira, an absolute screamer.
Oh, yeah!
Hello and welcome back to another episode as part of the corners of your challenge, and welcome back to Tromso. It's the day after, whatever happened yesterday. I don't know how to put it into words really, but we have to there was chances where we could have won the game. We didn't take it. We've learned this, in this campaign, how we beat these big teams, and with a little bit more improvement, when we return in a few years' time, we've got that experience to go on and do much better. And I feel like the hope is there now that we can go on and complete the goal, because we clearly have shown how good of a team we are, and can be, should we continue to develop. So it's heartbreak, really is, but we have to go on and continue to build now, and show no signs of stopping, and that will happen in today's episode, where we have two games coming up. The first one against Start away from home, third place in the league for them, I believe. I'm just gonna go check something. If we go to club information, yeah, they weren't. They were. They were at the low end of the table, and now they were literally first going into just a few games ago, or one game ago even, and now Mulder have somehow managed to get back up, but it's not been the best start for them. 3 draws in their first 3 games. So yeah, it's been a pretty mixed bag of results for them, but they're at the top of the table now. We've been good early on in the season. If we go and take a look, obviously we had those 2 games. I mean, that is just crazy to look at, really. We held them to 3-3, but couldn't get over the line in the penalty shootout. 4-2 loss against Bodo Glimt at home. This player for them, former Real Madrid player, I think he just decided to go crazy on us because of what had happened, and yeah, we did lose to him, unfortunately. 2 wins though to bounce back. A 3-1 loss, Lillestrøm, first game on of the day. I don't know how we lost it, but apparently we did, and then we bounced back with a 4-1 win after that. So we've got this game against Start today, and then after that we're going into the Norwegian Cup to play it against Tonsberg. As you can see here, should be a pretty straightforward game for us. Our yearly cup game, we need to have a better run in the cup this year. We might as well, because we don't really have loads to play for in this season. We need to qualify for Europe, obviously, but if we can go win the Norwegian Cup as well, that would be pretty nice to do. So we'll probably have a good focus on that this year as well, but also advance the season relatively fast so we can just get back into those European spots, which I think we will. It's been a good start for us. We've been playing well. It could have been a bit better in some places, but 4 wins from our first 7, 1 draw, 2 losses. It's been very, very good, the start of this season. So we know what we've got to go and do today. A win against Start would really help our efforts. It's going to be a tough game. We have to set up tactically very well. I think that those 2 games were a bit of an eye-opener in terms of how we should set up tactically. But yeah, we know what we have to do. Let's go and play this game against Start. So the team for this game against Start, we're sticking with the 3-4-3 is probably the way to describe it, to be honest. Not really a 5 at the back, these flying wing back stuff like that. The team starts with Nilsson in goal. We got a back line of Lasanta, Myra and Ramaj, Kornienko, Dahl, Enerson and Conceição in the middle. We've got Teld on the left, Motta starting on the right today. Kuto are injured. 4 is up top, a new signing, Manuel Mendonca. He makes the bench, coming in from Sporting on a free transfer. A good option to have on the bench there in the midfield for us. Kick off here in this game against Start, obviously off the back of I don't know how to put it into words really, but it gives us that belief now. I feel like we can really go on and continue to play like that, how we did in that Conference League campaign. I think the most frustrating thing is that we had chances and we didn't take our chances, and we may never be presented with a chance like that again, and that's why it's very, very frustrating. The teams I felt like we could beat, and the next time we go in the Conference League, there may be really, really difficult teams who we have to play. So the fact we didn't take those chances, there was many moments where I feel like it could have determined and won us the game for us if they had or hadn't happened. But it's what can you do really? It's over now. It was a great game nonetheless. You can't take that away. But we gave it our all, and someone had to win in the end. And penalties are so cruel. I mean, you don't even consider the penalties really, but it's not even like because we lost, we put in a bad performance. It went to a penalty shootout, and it just wasn't our day, was it really? Penalties never been an amazing thing for me, especially as an English fan. Pretty not the nicest thing, to be honest, to talk about penalties, but what can you do really? It's just how it is, and we have to bounce back and see if we can and just go again. It will be a long time now. Obviously didn't qualify, but we're continuing to improve, get better, and we've got a good young squad who's continuing to develop. And if we keep a lot of these boys around for the next time, keep them at the core of this team, we can take them forward in order to go on and get to that same point again. So there's positives to take out of our experience, but it is still a bit of a shame. But as I say, the positives are there, and we have to use them to fuel our return to the Conference League. But now the focus is on the league and in the cup as well. I mean, the league, I think we can do really, really well. Top three is what we're looking for. A much better position will help us, especially because of, it helped us to qualify pretty much guaranteed by the time we were in our last qualifier. But we want the Conference League, so top five is what we want. I'm sure our performance in the Conference League will improve the coefficient because quarter final, pretty good result for us. I mean, there's not many teams who will have done that. So, I mean, we are the only team who would have been in a quarter final of European competition, if I'm not mistaken. So we need to. It'll probably go up, and if it does go up, we need to qualify as a result of our work in doing that. So very, very, very good. It's still a really historic result how far we've got. Quarterfinals, I'm fairly certain it's the furthest ever point in Europe. Yeah, it is, because the furthest point Tromso have ever got is the group stage of the Europa League. So it's impressive that we've made it this far. It'll go down in history, and that's what we can take away from it, to be honest. So very, very happy that we've managed to do that in the end, even if we didn't come out with the result that we wanted, which was to progress onto the semi-finals. But yeah, that's that really. What can you do? We just have to focus on this now. We've got a new tactic out of all of that, planning for the game. The tactic worked very, very effectively, which we can be happy about. So that's what we can take away from that. And now hopefully it can work out as Motta at the back post gets a goal to make it 1-0. One of the young boys who's going to continue to shine here at this club. I mean, we're building it around these players, Thiago Motta, real good player on this side. He slots in as a perfect replacement for Mauro Couto when he is injured and suspended, whatever. He's had his fair share of that in this season, and that goal does take us up to third place and overtake Start in this league campaign. Top three we are now. I mean, where have some of these teams gone, to be honest? It's us, then Valerenga, then no, it's Molde, Valerenga, Tromso, then Bodo Glimt. Rosenborg are there, who were qualified for they finished second last year, I believe. Lillestrøm are down there. Brann are also down there. It's been not the best start for them, to be honest, but I mean, we'll happily take that. I mean, the expectation is we definitely qualify this year, because the last few seasons we've seen that pattern, and it's what the philosophy of our time here, the project here, is all about: continuing to go through that cycle and eventually break it, where we can qualify and also do well in that Conference League. And it's going to continue to keep going the cycle, but I think we're getting closer to breaking it and reaching that point, as I say, where we qualify and also do go on and do well in the European competition. We're becoming a very, very good team, and that progression is there to see after 30 episodes, now the 31st if I'm not mistaken. It's all there for us to see, and I'm happy that this is the case. Really, it could have been a really, really tough job here, but it's gone, I'd like to say, a lot smoother than I thought of. Really, it's been I knew it'd be tough, obviously, but I do think it has gone a lot better than it could have gone. It could have been much tougher, taken a lot more time. We may have never even got to a quarter final, to be honest. We seriously could have been sacked or stuff like that if it hadn't gone right, but ultimately it has. So very, very happy with how that has gone. We'll make a few changes here. We need another player who can play in this role, to be fair. Kornienko is really, really good, but he just cannot manage his stamina very well. He's not the most naturally fit. 30 years of age, I think. if I'm not mistaken. So obviously it will be tough for him. But if we can get a player in that role, then it's the tactic does continue to work very, very well and flourish. There has been a goal here though in this game for Start to make it 1-1. Brit disappointed, to be honest. We really should have held on to this lead. Would have been a huge 3 points if we could have come away from it with it from this stadium here against Start. But there's still time for us. I mean, we can easily go on the positive mentality. We've had the momentum for the majority of this game, so I don't see why we can't go on and get another goal if we don't. If we just continue to play how we have for most of this game. As Mateus Fernandez finds himself on the ball, he plays it down the line. Bajun is here. He's got space to run to. He plays it into the middle. Flores unmarked. He's just put his head up wide of the post. So close to getting that goal to restore our lead here in this game, but it's not going to come, unfortunately, by the looks of it. Clear that ball goes now far, and now we need to do a bit of defending by the looks of it, as the Start players find themselves with a rare bit of possession in this game. They've not really been in it, to be honest. So if we can minimise that, that would be ideal, to be honest, as they have started to build up a bit of momentum here, as you can see. What's going on in the other game? So we do drop down to 7th place, but that's not all that bad. I think we can continue to climb. We've just had a few unlucky results recently, in my opinion, but we'll have some nice games coming up. Still games against the likes of Molde, for example, but I think we have been playing really convincingly, so I think we can go on and get that spot that we need. It's still, how many games played? 8 games, 22 games left. We're getting into the season, the deep part of the season, but still, we're in a good position to go on and qualify, even if we are down in 7th place at the moment. A long range shot, luckily, is not converted there by the Start attacker. We're on the positive mentality now, so you would fancy us to maybe try and get a late goal here, as all of our original attackers are on the pitch. A ball in the middle, Flores is there. He doesn't manage to win his header, but we need to do. We'll try and win this ball back, force a mistake and get a goal, which would surely seal us the 3 points if we can hold on. Pereira from midfield, it's a lovely ball over top. Tewald plays it into Flores. I think he's offside though, which is so frustrating. The hands win in the air immediately from the Start players. I'm not sure if this is going to stand. If it does stand though, it would be a huge 3 points, but the arms are not going in the air and it isn't going to stand here. But we've got the momentum now. We can still go at them for the last 5 minutes in normal time here. We'll see if we can make any final chances here, or is it going to be a 1-1 draw and the points shared in this game, or maybe even Start can take it as they find themselves on the ball, knocking it around. Motta goes in there, and he might have just conceded a penalty for us, the goal scorer in this game, and that could be so frustrating if this is conceded here in this game. The decision is no penalty though, luckily for us. That does save our skin. I thought that would have been so frustrating. It's been it just rub it in a little bit off the back of what's happened, last game out. It wouldn't have been nice for that to happen, but luckily it does not go. Anyway, we need to try and create one final chance for ourselves in this game, as Mateus Fernandez finds himself on the ball. He'll want to go forward here, see where he can go. He's got space to run into. He tries to go out wide to Motta, but nothing comes from it, and now Start are going to go on the attack here on that far side. They find themselves on the ball. Bit of defending required. The play cuts in, and luckily he blasts it over the bar. There's still added time here in this game. It's been a very lengthy game. Is there going to be one final chance? It doesn't look like it's going to come. A fair result in the end, 1-1 here. So the team for this Norwegian Cup first round game against Tonsberg, few changes to the team. The backline is looking a little bit messed up, but we have to be patient with it. The team starts with Nilsson in goal. We got a backline of Conceição, Santa, Myra, Ramaj and Bajun. Pereira, Fernandez make up the midfield. We've got Tewald on the left and Motta on the right, and Svensen makes a return up top. Kick off here in this game. In the Norwegian Cup, it's going to be important for us to get the result that we want from this game. We need the win so we can progress on to the next round. It's going to be a good game. I think we should be able to get the results as we usually do around this period, usually very convincingly by quite a few goals, and if we can do the same here again today, that would do some favours, especially for the morale as well going into the next few games we have coming up in the league, which will be important to start to solidify ourselves in that kind of top 5 area which we need to get to. So it's going to be a good game here. Hopefully we can come away with the result that we want as Motta plays this ball in near post. No one is there to win it. Obviously the midfield has changed and that means no Dahl, but Towell does his shot. He's not able to convert there. It falls to Myra, who plays it into Fernandez now. And what can Fernandez do? He goes to Bajun, who's coming at right back today. Ball in, Myra back post, Towell unmarked, and he doesn't manage to convert on that occasion. I mean, early on here, it's been very, very good stuff from us. As I say, a game we should really be winning. So if we can get the result, that'd be perfect for us, exactly what we need. But yeah, this tactic a little bit more advanced. What we're using, probably don't even need to use the 5 though. Like today, probably could just go to the 4, but we're using it. We're probably a bit more familiar with it as well, so that's why we're still sticking with it. We want that familiarity to continue to develop. It can never be perfect, but if we can continue to improve it, we might as well go on and do it, and that's what we'll attempt to do here in this game. As Myra, playing in that libero role, steps up on the ball. He plays it to Pereira now. Pereira has got down that left side. Towell can go forward to Svensson now. Or will he go back? He goes, Towell is going to go all the way by himself here. He goes into Fernandez, and Fernandez could slip a ball through. Svensson is the wrong goal. Can he put it away? He is offside in the end, and he's not able to convert on that occasion as 20 minutes goes in this game. It's been a good start for us here, but if we can find some goals as a contest, how we're playing in an opposite side to the pitch where he is usually playing. Lasanta finds himself on the ball. He plays it into Towell now. Towell on this left side. He's coming inverted. Very, very good game for him early on here. Contest out into Fernandez, and Fernandez got space to run into. He's got to play down this line here. Motta with him. Fernandez is going to go all the way by himself. He might try and find Motta now. Instead he goes to Bajun at right back. Lovely ball in. Pereira is there. He's not going to win his header from 170 centimetres, but it does return to now. Can he release the shot? That's what he does, and he's just put it over the crossbar there. So close to making it 1-0 in this game, getting our opening goal, but it isn't able to come on this occasion. 1 XG already generated by us. It's been all us, to be honest, and I think that'll be the story of the game by the looks of it. But as it stands, we don't have the goal that we need, and that's what we need to go and find here in this game as Myra plays it across the line to Ramaj. Now, Ramaj been very, very good in this role, even off the back of that mistake. I've still been impressed that he's been able to slot in into that position as he has. Pereira now finds himself on the ball. Towell does the wrong goal here. Can he put it away? Will he look to square it? He goes all the way, and that is a lovely finish from Towell in this game to make it 1-0. And yeah, he's been very, very good in this game. He's good in the Marseille game, both the games. He had the goal that nearly won us the whole thing at the second leg, around, if I'm not mistaken, 60 minutes in. He put in a very nice goal, back post, free header, but it didn't really mean anything in the end, to be honest. We did go on and concede after that. It just wasn't meant to be on. It wasn't our day, but what a game it was nonetheless, as that ball was played in. Bajun doesn't win his header. Pereira's going to give this chase now. Unfortunately, he is the player who drops out of the team in place of Ramaj in this new system, but I think he will continue to develop. Still very, very young, lots of potential, and he does get a lot of the minutes off the bench, so I think it will be alright for him. Maybe he can slot in to a role, maybe even retrain as a kind of the role that Myra plays at the moment, as Motta is the wrong goal here. Can he make it 2-0? He puts his shot over the bar there in the end. Not going to come on this occasion, but he is going to come over and take this corner here to try and make it 2-0 in a game where, I mean, we would usually be about 7 or 8-0 up by now, but not on this occasion. Ramaj wins his head in the flick on, but he's not able to find anyone in the middle from that. Lasanta now finds himself on the ball. He plays it out to Bajun now. Can he play a ball in or go down the line here? He goes back to Ramaj. The two double barrel names on this right side taking their time, choosing where to go. It falls to Motta now. Motta slip ball through. Fernandez is through on goal, but he's hit the post there. He's not able to convert on this occasion, and if we could take this into half time 1-0 up, I would be happy, but we really should have more goals from this game. It's been a pretty mixed bag. We've had the chances, but it's just not been the performance that we want, really. I mean, we scored more goals by half time against Marseille, so if we could go and do that here, that would be very, very appreciated, as Motta finds himself on the ball. Fernandez and Bajun on that right side, yeah, is making some nice combinations. Words of encouragement for them. Pereira, who's had a good game here. He has the shot, and what a goal that is from Pereira, an absolute screamer to make it 2-0. He's had a great game, and he's topped it off with a finish here, and he's given us questions as to whether he should break into this team. You know, he's been good off the bench when he's been playing. I mean, could he break in over Ennison? I'm not really too sure. Ennison missed that penalty. The penalty that I mean, it had to go really. It should have gone. It didn't go, and we came away with a result that we didn't want in the end. Ennison will come on here. He's still going. He's still good. 27 years of age now. But I'm just not sure really. Do we give more minutes to, you know, the likes of the likes of Pereira, or do we kind of let Ennison play with all his experience? Maybe more time in the league for Pereira, to be honest, over Ennison, because he's going to be the one who's going to be here longer, but by the looks of it. So if we can continue to develop him and keep him around, that's probably what we want. To be honest, Mota finds himself on the ball on that right side. It's into Fernandez now, actually. And Fernandez has the shot, probably his last involvement of this game. But he has won us a corner here before he departs the pitch. But it does look like nothing comes from it as 70 minutes goes in this game. It's not going to be the truly convincing result that we said we usually get around this stage of the competition, and maybe even the opposition will grow into this game here. We've had the ball, but the goals haven't really come for us. Svensson as well has had a full. I mean, he's probably going to get the full 90 minutes here. No reason why we have to bring on Flores. We need him rested whilst he's still playing some very, very good football. So as I say, probably will rest him. But in this game, it should be a bit of a stomping around game for him, you know, as the opposition here coming on the attack. Not able to convert on that occasion, but giving us a bit of threat, showing us what they can do. But I think the result at this point in the game should be wrapped up for us. 2-0 the scoreline here. We'll make a few final changes here. I mean, I don't think we might even have to, you know. We can look at the defence, but I'm sure I think we'll have a week off before the next game anyway. So if not, we will give them the rest from training that they require to go and recover fully. It's been an eventful few weeks. Losses, wins, disappointments, but also we're trying to go on and do well in the league and also in the Norwegian Cup here, and some recent results will help us in doing that off the back of some disappointing games, especially against Bodo Glimt right after we had that loss. I mean, was it even a loss really? I would consider it a loss against Marseille off the back of a penalty shootout, but the fact Bodo Glimt had to come and rub the salt in the wound was a bit frustrating, but I guess they did it, and it's over and done with now. Just a shame we have to lose our home record as well, considering we did not lose it to Marseille. I mean, we shouldn't have even conceded in that game really. We really should have come away with a win, but it's over now, and I'm sure we'll be back, and hopefully we can get some nice draws like we did last time out in the Conference League, and also draw a team like Marseille again, maybe even get a bit of revenge on them. They have inflicted a very, very bad loss on me before, a 4-0 defeat in a second leg when I was at Real Sociedad, off the back of a 3-0 or 4-1 win or something like that. No, yeah, it would have been a 3-0 cushion. They did go on and beat us 4-0 after extra time. It was very, very disappointing, but what can you do really? Guess it's just one of those bogey teams across all my managing jobs, to be honest. As we do get our third goal in this game, it's the result that we want in the end. Could have been a few more goals, but I guess the goals match the XG as the full-time whistle is going to go in this game. And we're on to the next round. So once again, thank you for watching. If you did enjoy that video, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe. I'll leave with this old tune, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Thank you. Bye bye.